Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Bezrat Hashem. Kol Hashana, we're back at the yeshiva after Arvit. Excuse me, please. Shh. We're discussing now the Aliya, 5th, 6th, and 7th to the end of the Parshat. Thursday night of Parshat Bo. Bezrat Hashem, we're going to continue. The Torah continues the 5th Aliya with Korban. Moshe Rabbeinu commands Am Israel to bring a korban, to take a little goat, which is the idol. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Bora. Excuse me. One second, Bora. Machila, I'm sorry. Bezrat Hashem, continuing over here. So the Aliyah continues where Hashem is telling, Moshe Rabbeinu is commanding the Jewish people to take a goat, which is the god of Egypt, and they're going to be tying it to their bed, and they're going to be slaughtering it. And they're gonna take the chasa and they're gonna dip it into the blood and put it on their doorpost. That will be the siman for Hashem. Not that Hashem doesn't know who is the Jewish person. Chas v'shalom, some people come and say, "Oh, Hashem doesn't know," so the Jews have to put paint on their what's his name. And if you saw the movie, that ridiculous movie, the Ten Commandments, that some goyim came out because some Jews put on their doorpost the blood. But newsflash, never happened. Okay? The Midrash says clearly, anything Goy did to pretend that he's a Jew, he got killed. His children got murdered. It never happened. It was all fake. No Jew, no Goy got saved by faking to be a Jew in any way. Okay? During Egypt, there were a lot of cases where Egyptians gave their children to the Jews to sleep by them, and still they were murdered by wild animals and all other creatures, and also Makat Bechorot killed all who are goyim, but regardless. So now the question is, what does the blood have to do on the doorpost then? So the answer is very simple. That was the what? Hashem doesn't know where lives the goy? Where lives the Jew? Again, Hashem doesn't need. Hashem doesn't. Who was killing? Malach, Chas v'Shalom. I came by myself. Don't you say every Pesach night? I came and I took you out.
So you didn't know?
So that's the question. That's the question. The answer is why we put the blood on the doorpost have nothing to do with the siman. The point was to put a door. It's a mas. It's a tzivui Hashem. You are fulfilling the mitzvah of Hashem. And blood on the door is not the siman. The whole mahala, the whole work, the whole labor, the shechting, the taking the sheep and tying it to the bed, it was all included. Not in that mitzvah. What? Again, as to fulfill Hashem's command. That's it.
Why Hashem needed?
Because why? Because there was a big mikatrek, there was a big prosecutor. Excuse me, hello. There was a big prosecutor. This Avodah Zarah and this Avodah Zarah. So Hashem says, don't worry, I'll show you that they're not real Avodah Zarah. They're faking. Like, somebody came to the Lubavitcher Rebbe and he says, all these fakers, they come on Yom Kippur. In Israel, on Yom Kippur, 95% of the shuls are full. 95% of the Jews are all on Yom Kippur in the shul. On the regular Shabbat, they're not coming.
The whole country is dead.
That's right. So says somebody to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, all these fakers, they come one time. What Hashem? What Hashem loves them? He says, no, you don't understand. He says, now they're real. All the time they're faking. The whole year they're fakers, but now they're real. That's the Rebbe. Ahavat Israel. Ahavat Israel.
All the Averes were doing a whole year.
So Eitzer Hara is mikatrek. The Jews have to die. So Hashem said, you know what? Jews, go tie a shipula, tie this, tie that. For every action, you're going to get a reward. For every action, you get an extra. Not that Hashem needs. Hashem doesn't need nothing from us. Hashem could just give you whatever you want. Hashem could give everything. But what's stopping him? There is a rules in this world. He made a contract with this world. X, Y, and Z. And X is a Satan standing with it and screaming, don't give nothing. So Hashem comes to us and says, do something. Go ahead and do something. So in order to say to Satan, it's not me. The Torah says I have to give him a reward. But really, People don't understand it. We do something small against Hashem. Hashem hears it till the day we die. Can you imagine it? And not one time a day, every second. And it could be even 1 billion times in a second. Depends on the magnitude of the Averah. You could have screaming. Imagine yourself, a person, how many times I tell people, why I'm pushing all this about marriages and all this, one sperm spilling of a man, he creates close to over 350 million angels. Black angels who scream every second to Hashem, his Averah, till the person dies or unless he does tshuva. Can you imagine what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
So Hashem is telling us, go do this, do this. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need you to put on tefillin. He doesn't need you to put on tefillin. It's for you. So Hashem commands in this Aliyah, go take this goat. Now, also what happened, after the Maseh starts the 6th Aliyah, Vayi b'chatzi halayla. The 6th Aliyah in this parasha starts the Makkah. Right in the middle of the night, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, at midnight, wipes out all the Egyptians. Even in the house of Paro, the Aliyah tells us, there was a lot of screaming. And in this Aliyah, Paro is what? You remember the song? Everybody knows the song? Paro in pajamas in the middle of the night. Yeah? Why is he in pajamas? Anybody knows? Did you pay attention? Yesterday we said, what did Paro say yesterday to Moshe Rabbeinu? In the 4th Aliyah? Don't see me again. So Moshe Rabbeinu says, I'm not coming to see you. So now Paro in pajamas in the middle of the night looking for whom? For Moshe to tell him what? Get out. Throw them out. And now he came.
Because it was a dead man in his house.
That's right. So now what happened? What happened to Paro? Paro says, get out now. Moshe Rabbeinu says, we're not thieves. We're not going in the middle of the night. We're going in the morning like kings. And that's how Kachabe. This is the Aliyah. And then what happens? So now what there were goyim that came out of us with us. Who are they? They called Vegam Erev Rav Alay Itam. And who is this Erev Rav? Erev Rav, right there, the same pasuk. V'tzonu bakar miknei kaved meod. So the Erev Rav is juxtaposed right next to whom? Animals, a bunch of crew animals. That's what they are. That's what they are. Erev Rav. Those are the ones that Moshe Rabbeinu decided to take out the other nations. Again, all the nations are going anyway, and they're compared to animals. Yeah. Now, so this is a big machloket. Big machloket. How many years were we in Egypt? Here, the pasuk says like this: Memalav, pasuk Memalav, 41, pasuk Perek Yud Bet, 12th chapter. Vayi meketz 30 shana ו400 shana. ויהי בעצם היום הזה יצאו כל צבאות השם מארץ מצרים. In the end of 430 years we came out of Egypt. Is this true?
No.
No. How do we know it's not true? Why would you say that? Torah says 430. Torah is lying? No. מה זה כאילו? The Agada says. What does Agada say?
210.
ויהי מקץ. No. Sorry. No, the Torah says... What?
430.
No, that's Pirushim. We have to learn what Torah says. Torah says 430. Then they have drashot, Abraham Avinu. If you learn 430, it has to be.
It felt like 430.
No, so that's right. So no, miher laim et haketz. מה זה miher laim et haketz? The Agadah, you said the Mishnah, right? You said the Mishnah. Miher laim et haketz. Miher, no. They had enough suffering, and the entire endurance of this galut, as if there were 430 years there. It was so much. It is so much. It was so all over. What's it done? Forget about the Chamesh Hari Tumah. The suffering was so great. The childbirth. The whole. Like right now. You know, when I was growing up, I never saw a week go so fast. Just yesterday was Shabbat. In my mind, it's just yesterday Shabbat. I'm already holding Thursday night. We're right now going to go into 7th Aliyah of this parasha. What's going on here? It was so fast.
It was different?
Better 30 years ago when I grew up, never heard that. We had a week, like today, at least 2 months. A week when I was growing up.
What happened?
מה קרה לך? We had time slow. Time is, so it says by the Ikot HaMashiach אותו דבר will be the same thing. Whatever happened in the time of Mitzrayim, מיהר להם את הקץ. He's rushing. Hashem wants to redeem us. בעזרת השם בקרוב מאוד.
Because Hashem decided.
That's right. ויאמר השם למשה, okay, now.
If you not take him out now, will not be
Right. Okay, now. So, one second. 6th Aliyah discusses who is allowed to eat Korban Pesach now. Anybody who doesn't have a Brit Milah, even if he's a Jew, if he just born and he didn't do Brit Milah on the 8th day, nobody in the family is allowed to eat Korban Pesach. There are a lot of rules. If a master buys a goyim to be his servants, if he didn't have time to do one Brit Milah, let's say 1,000 servants, he did Brit Milah on all of them except for one. Pesach came, he's not allowed to eat Korban Pesach. The master is not allowed to eat Korban Pesach. There's a lot of rules. And the 7th Aliya, Bezrat Hashem, is going to be talking about what? The most famous mitzvah we do every day now, Baruch Hashem. Daniel, you're already doing it every day. But about Tefillin. The 7th Aliya of our Parashah is discussing a person has to be Podeh Bechor, how to redeem the firstborns. And if you don't redeem the firstborn, there's punishment, or you have to kill the Chamor, and all the other things. However, one of the most important things we learn in the Aliyah, in the last Aliyah, is the mitzvah of tefillin that Am Yisrael is mikachim and ma'alim mala mala b'kedusha v'torah. Wearing the tefillin elevates us. Hashem doesn't really need it. The truth of the matter is none of the mitzvah he needs. It's all our elevation, and each one with its own level. And Bezrat Hashem, everyone should have a successful Shabbat, nachat, simcha, and beautiful, beautiful rejoicing. Now that we learn a little bit, hopefully to prepare the aliyot, have something to speak on Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you.